What is up, all my dorks, nerds, geeks, and gamers? It's your host, Ghost here, and I'm joined with...
The Specialist. How's it going, guys?
And you are watching another episode of the Smash Soapbox podcast. Today, we've got a multitude of topics for you. We're actually going to give you a little extra room here on the end of this one. Maybe we might go 45 minutes. We'll see how it goes. But we have a few topics we want to tackle today. One of the first ones I want to talk about is... where is my PlayStation 5, bro? It has been... Launch day was November 2020.
Yeah.
So we're now December, January, February, March, April, 6 months in, almost 7 months.
Well, I know what's going on, and it's a large part due to the fact that they can't get the parts to make the chips.
Yes.
And I get it.
Right.
But you've had how long? No, and you launched during the pandemic, so you knew this was going to be an issue.
Exactly.
If anybody in their logistical mind was planning this, you should have known there was going to be an issue getting the parts. So what you do is you make a stockpile. You delay the release for a month
or a year. They could have waited until November of 2021.
6 months.
Yeah.
With proper part flow, they could have built up a large amount. Because it's not like we're not going to buy it.
I'm still going to buy it. Yeah.
It's the goddamn PlayStation. It's just like, in fact, the PlayStation is more valuable than a fucking Xbox anymore.
Yeah.
Like, just speaking from a biased term, I own both. I own the PS1 or the PS4, and I own the Xbox One.
Yeah.
Now,
so, but I want to get your opinion on, well, like they were talking about, to make it easier to get the PlayStation 5 remade and out there for more people to do. What they're going to have to do is go in and redesign the whole interior of it, get rid of that chip, or at least make it to where it can function the same or close to the same.
Oh, no. That is what makes a PS5 a PS5.
Yeah.
You can't... You're taking away from the whole fucking...
I think there's workarounds. I think there's ways they can get around it.
There are.
With the motherboard and certain things.
The quality will drop. I'm fine with it. I'm pissed because there's a bunch of dick faces out there that bought 50 fucking PlayStation 5s and sold them for $8,000. I get it. I get why they did it.
Right.
But at the same time, it's illegal as fuck, A, and B, there are other people that were willing to pay that as the original asking price, which was closer to $400.
Yep.
That's reasonable. But don't bump it up to $8,000 and then expect people to fucking pay it. Now I've got people going out for $800 because they realize nobody's buying it anymore.
Yeah.
Because people that are patient like us and actually have adult like.
Well, I was gonna say, even then, I'm willing to pay $650, $700. I'll even go an extra $100, $200. I don't care. But I'm not gonna pay $1,900 for a $500 item.
No, I don't. I refuse to do that because you're just enabling dickheads like that to get away with it.
True.
I'm not doing it. I'll wait. My wife almost bought me one for $800. The fucking system is $400.
Yeah, no, that's double the price.
Like, that's with like all the accessories.
Yeah.
The max is $400, which is reasonable. And I'm paying the company for that. I'm not going to pay a fuckhead that does nothing but sit on his couch, smoke pot, and doesn't have a full-time job.
Right, he gets unemployment, $600 a month.
That fucked everyone else out of it. You're not paying. Fuck it. I'll wait. I'll wait with my shitty PS4 that is still running from Gen 1.
You know, my PS4 is barely run. Like, it runs, but dude, this thing sounds like it's gonna fly off the.
Mine too.
Sounds like a jet engine.
I never had to get the PS4 Pro. I got the original PS4 brick.
Yeah, mine's a Pro, and it sounds like a jet engine now. Like, it never used to. Now it's like.
Well, it's all those fucking new software and games.
And all the dust particles, I'm sure that builds up in the back and all that.
Like once a week. I'll have to get behind. cats crawl up behind the fucking PlayStation and they'll lay there because it's warm, and then I like have to pull hair out of the fucking fan and blow it out and pray to God that nothing goes in and like create static electricity into the before
Fries
to
it.
fry it. Yeah, it's still a fucking solid system as
I
far
just
as
I just hope Sony can get it. Here's the thing Sony needs to do to get it feasible for the market to actually start to buy these things the way they should be. What they need to do first and foremost is find a workaround for that chip. Either you open new factories, or the problem is the ban. Donald Trump banned the chip whenever he was like his last year in office, and then on top of that,
oh, he didn't ban the chip.
he just banned the sales because of all the country stuff. He was trying to slow down their sales, which is I understand why. It makes sense politic wise, foreign politic wise.
Economic wise too, because
Yes.
all our economy is going down the drain because everything's went to China or Mexico.
Yes. Yep.
Look back into the U.S. and I get that. I respect that, which is another reason I didn't bitch because we can make $30 an hour now, and it
Right.
doesn't shit for our economy because we can't even pay our rent. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like that's bullshit.
Yeah.
So I get why he did it. He didn't.
Right. Right. Yeah. It
Shit.
wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't just. He wasn't like screw PlayStation. I'm going to shut it down.
He
No,
put
I understand.
he put a lot of retainers on China and Russia.
Yes, and that was one of the things that slowed down this chip being made globally. And
But
a lot of
there's
these
there's
items
what,
use this chip.
and it all goes to Japan anyways because it's Sony. It's not
Yes.
getting fucking U.S. It's getting made in Japan.
Yes.
And there's no embargo for China to send parts to Japan. What it is it's a good business scheme, and they're dangle it in front of your face. They'll give you a couple, they'll trickle it into the market, and then they'll put it out there, and everybody's gonna fucking buy the shit out of them again.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good, and it's good business sense. We'll do it.
But that leads to point number two. The other problem is the online only sales. If they put them out in stores, at least a few, I mean, you don't need a whole bunch. You only need like maybe 50 to 100 at each store, at every store, whatever their deals are with them or whatever. But you don't need a whole lot. Enough for people that can't get online, that are fighting all these scalpers, to go in and grab one. It doesn't even have to be two or three. Like you can have a limit, buy one per family or whatever, and it would still help alleviate the online order madness that's going on.
But the thing is, people can switch IP addresses just by changing out a fucking chip on their
Right.
computer, and they can just.
Well, I mean, like when you walk in store, it would be an ID check. Like they would check the ID. Good, you've got yours. Done. So
All you
you
gotta
couldn't go in and
like. There's no way to keep it on a database.
right.
I get it'd be more personal in a store, but the whole bullshit about the Corona thing,
Yeah.
that's also mitigating a lot of the on like personal sales. They did send shit to stores. And then the whole GameStop thing where GameStop Amaze is still like a valid marketplace
Right.
anymore. GameStop has fucked so many people over.
Well, because GameStop actually last year was bought out by Microsoft, so that explains a lot of why what's going on is going on. Because Microsoft is like, hey, why are we selling PlayStations and Nintendo Switches and all this in here? Like, we bought you guys. Let's try to push this stuff out the door and make it an Xbox store. That's what
Yeah.
they're trying to get
Which is
done.
fun because everything's online on Xbox too.
Yeah, yeah.
So there's no fucking point even
But
owning a.
but here's the problem I think Sony's going to run into that I don't think they've thought about yet. So, Sony is the king of these AAA first party games, okay? God of War, Uncharted, Returnal, Ratchet and Clank, all these PlayStation 5 exclusives, okay? What happens when they release these games, such as Returnal, which is already out, Ratchet and Clank's about to come out, and their sales numbers are horrible because no one has the console? Then do
Have you
you
noticed everything
cancel?
up on PS4 too? Have you
No,
noticed that?
no. I'm saying like these exclusives to PlayStation 5. The ones that are
because people will buy them when they release the PlayStation 4. And honestly, well, I mean the 4, but the 5. When the PlayStation 5 comes out, the games like themselves are $6 a piece.
Yeah.
Which is nothing to snivel at. And that's a lot of money when a couple million people buy it. But imagine a couple million people all at once, which is going to happen again.
Yeah.
Spend $400 to $500 on a fucking system.
Yeah.
Like, it's going to happen again. And they're going to buy it all out again. It's going to keep happening online because there's no regulator.
Right,
And
but I'm wondering if that's going to hinder sequels. Like, for instance, Ratchet and Clank. Games work like this. They make the game. If the game sells well enough, then you get to start on the sequel. But until then, you don't start on anything. You're stuck right there.
on funding.
Yeah.
And if Sony Ratchet and Clank died years ago and they brought it back.
Yeah.
Jack and died years ago and they brought it back. It doesn't matter because they have it's their AAA title that they keep on the back burner, like they do with Halo on Microsoft.
Yeah.
Because everyone buys fucking Halo. Everyone liked Halo. I liked Halo up to ODST, and then it got stupid.
Right, but these are established franchises. What about something like Returnal? That's a brand new IP, which really highly regards your sales.
You lucked out. You got so fucked by the times when you released it. And if you were a smart company, a smart developer, you would have released it on the 4 or at least the PC.
And that reminds me a lot of Titanfall 2, kind of how EA screwed Titanfall developers out of that.
Good game.
Yeah,
but
great game.
But who gives a fuck? It's business.
Right. Yeah.
They're gonna fuck you.
I just the way I see it is Sony's just screwing themselves more than I think they realize they are.
I don't.
But maybe they do.
It's a valuable loss. I mean, it's gonna happen, but in the long run, it's gonna make them more money.
Yeah, they're still gonna make sales.
They're gonna make way more sales on the PS4 than they will of one title that somebody may or may not like, even if it is a trilogy. Right. Everybody PS5, nobody gives a fuck about Ratchet and Clank. End of story.
Well, I want to play the new one. It looks actually really good. It looks really.
I'll play Clank, but everyone's gonna buy the PS5.
Yeah.
Half of us will buy Ratchet and Clank, if that.
Yeah. Well, quarter. Yeah. Who knows?
So who knows? Yeah. That's the other thing. People want the new system. Here's a game we can throw in with that system if you can buy it before anyone else. Yeah. Congratulations. They're still going to make a profit off of it.
Well, and I think that's also the reason why we haven't heard much about God of War Ragnarok yet. Because, for one, we heard about that it was coming out, it's supposed to be out this year. And I'm thinking in my head, there is no way. No way.
It'll be right after mass production. It'll be during, so you can buy a copy of Ragnarok with it.
Like if God of War comes out this year, it's going to be in December. And that's it.
There's be during no way. Production. It'll be right after mass production. And they'll make a fucking game system like the God of War PlayStation or the God of War Ratchet and Clank. Or the PlayStation Ratchet and Clank.
But yeah, but like I understand, but like there's no way God of War comes out until March or April of next year, at least. Because they haven't showed a single gameplay, not even a single image. All we got was a title, and all it said was Ragnarok is coming, and that's it.
That's also becoming a common thing now. There's no trailers anymore. Until the month of release, they won't let anything go anymore.
I've actually noticed that as well. Even movie trailers. Have you noticed that too? Like, movie trailers are starting to drop the week the movie drops, and I'm like, what?
They're going to release the movies. The movies are based on a streaming service. If the streaming service deems them yes or no, and when they release it on a streaming service, it's within that month or that week. They approve. So the only way you're going to get a trailer until the movie comes out is if they had approved it 2 months ahead.
Yeah.
And to go, okay.
Which a movie that I was expecting to see a trailer for like yesterday, Jackass 4 comes out in September of this year, and we've seen not a single stunt.
It's going straight to fucking streaming service, guaranteed.
Dude, do you remember the trailers for like the original movies? How they would do like a little bit here, a little bit there.
It was going to theater. That's what it was. There is no theater anymore. I mean, there are, but it's outdated. You can send it straight to somebody's house now. Like, why the fuck would you go to a movie theater if you could just like get a couple beers with your friends, sit on the couch, and watch a brand new fucking movie in your
Well,
house?
and you know what else streaming service adds to the movies that they lost? Advertisements.
Mm-hmm.
Some services you can get advertisements in the middle of your movie, whereas in a movie theater you're not going to get that. So you're not going to be making money the way you would.
Yeah, Hulu does that, but Amazon, Netflix, they don't do that.
Yep. Yeah, certain ones don't. But those are the ones that pay the creator to put the
which
big checks.
I like watching previews, but don't interrupt my movie.
Right.
Like, I'll watch them at the beginning. Fuck, I'll watch them at the end because I love going to the movies to watch the previews, like the trailers for all the new movies. But don't fucking interrupt the movie I'm watching with some bullshit that I don't even care about half the time.
Right. So before we got on here, you were talking to me about that Invincible show. So tell me a little bit. I've actually never seen it, but I have been interested. I've heard it's got a good cast of characters. It's got the guy that plays J. Jonah Jameson, Aziz Ansari, some other characters. Sorry, go ahead.
No, the show itself starts out, and it's not really a in-depth story until it gets to the third episode. However, the first episode like hooked me because it was so violent so fast. Like it came out of the blue because it started out like a normal superhero movie. Like if you watch the new Batman, the
DC animated movies.
Yeah, it's like that. It starts out that way. But imagine a superhuman who's sadistic and doesn't care about human beings with super strength, and he literally put his son through a train and traumatized him by holding him as he smashed all the bodies through the train, the derailing train. Like it was.
That's pretty messed up. That's pretty
brutal. Like, but there's such a good story behind it. It's not just the action. It's not just the fucking violence. It's actually like if there were real superheroes in the world.
It's a compelling story.
Like The Boys. Like if you ever watched The Boys.
Yeah. I think I've watched a few episodes. I never really finished it.
You need to finish it because it gets really good. But like the first couple episodes, like if a fucking superhero is a junkie or does all this shit, like it's gonna get fucked up like real quick.
Yep.
But like imagine
that ties all the way back to Stan Lee in writing Spider-Man. When he came up with the line, "Great power comes great responsibility," that line has transcended every single superhero property of all time. And I don't think people realize that, but it has.
No, even the people that wrote other superhero shit after him have followed the fucking guideline.
Yeah.
But imagine if there was no guideline.
Yeah.
That looks like. The guy has control until he just like his programming kicks in and he just goes, "I'm gonna kill everything. Nobody else matters but my planet that I came from," and he just fucking starts. He even beats his son half to death, like because his son was like, "Fuck you, Earth's my home."
Nice family drama.
It didn't matter if it was his son. Like he fucking almost killed him until the end, and then he like had flashbacks of his son like playing baseball, and he was like, "Fuck, I can't do this," and he like takes off and flies back to his home. But like, I would recommend watching that show.
What is the thing that I'm curious about is like, what's the animation like? Is it like almost like an anime-esque, or is it more Adult Swim style?
No, like I said, it's more like a.
Or is it just purely like a DC animated movie?
Like a DC animated Batman movie. It's dark. And it's got body to it. It's the best way I can explain it.
So it's still got that comic book feel.
Yes. Yes, it does. But it's more like photorealistic, I guess I'd say. because
Okay. It's not like bright colors and like.
it's not detailed, but it's not like kiddish either.
Right.
I mean, it's well animated. Like they did it perfect for the style that they were going for.
Right. Which Invincible was already a B tier superhero comic book to begin with.
Yeah,
but it's cool to actually have it be animated.
Good. Like I did remember seeing Invincible.
Yep.
Like the comic books.
Yeah, because I believe it's is it Mark Miller or Frank Miller? I don't remember. But
Mark Miller.
He's also the creator of Kick-Ass, also the creator of Kingsman, which are two of my favorite movies of all time. Like he's one of my favorite writers, directors, and to see him go in animation, I'm gonna look forward to it. I'm gonna watch it and check it out.
It was phenomenal. I mean, the first season. I mean, the arcs that they had with each character.
Right.
And, I mean, they had to start
character
up a new
development and all that.
And then like they started up this new Justice League, and you'd think it'd be a big thing, but it was all about Omni-Man and his son, and like both of them were like so far above these superheroes. Like it was like Teen Titans with Superman.
Okay, so it's about power struggle and.
But it's not, because there's no struggle. Like you know who's ultra powerful? Like it's Omni-Man. Like there's no question he would kill them all again. Like they literally left a spatter of what's his name's blood all over the wall to say this is what happens when you get complacent. And there's nothing they could have done, like at all. They fought him and like fucked him
until
up.
season 2.
No, they fucked him up so bad, and he still killed them all. Like literally put his hands through these superheroes' chests and like ripped out their fucking spines. Like brutal shit. Like, and you're like, and it started out like perfectly fine, and it just went to shit so fast. And I love it because it was like.
It reminds me a little bit of Attack on Titan episode 1 when Eren gets eaten, and you're like, "Oh, this is the main character." Nope.
A little bit, except it's so much worse because
Right.
you do catch to certain people because they gave you like a little intro and like coaxed you in, and like these people are fucking gods, and then like he just comes out of nowhere and fucking destroys them right after he was working with him too. Like
I'm definitely gonna check it out. It's on what, Hulu you said, or what is it? Amazon Prime. Okay. Amazon Prime, guys, you want to check that out? Invincible, awesome cast of characters, good animation.
I watched all season 1 in 2 days.
So there you go, a nice binge show. You sit down, have a drink, and enjoy some Invincible, guys. Check it out on Amazon Prime. Another thing we got to talk about, Adult Swim, as you know, has only made one movie the whole time it's been around, and that movie is well deserved because it is their best show ever. And that was Aqua Teen Hunger Force: movie film for theaters, for DVD. So that movie came to theaters. I loved it. It makes no sense. It's a movie that makes no sense, and it's supposed to make no sense. And I love that about it. I just there's something special about that movie to this day. But they came out and announced, since they're partnered up with HBO Max and all that they're going to create 3 Adult Swim movies for 3 shows that I love dearly, and I cannot wait until these movies come out. So the first one is a sequel to the original Aqua Teen Hunger Force movie. Okay. This sequel, I don't know if you guys know this, but I've been a huge Adult Swim fan for like forever. This sequel has been in the works since the original movie came out, and it's originally called Death Fighter. Okay. And the plot was all the villains in the Aqua Teen universe team up to kill the Aqua Teens. But the trick is they can't die. So that was the original plot. I'm excited for it. And originally they're going to bring back Bruce Campbell as Chicken Biddle because he was in the first movie, and I was like, that's awesome. Bring Bruce Campbell back. Yes, there's going to be more celebrity guests, all that good stuff. That's awesome. The second movie I'm even more excited about because I love this series probably even more than Aqua Teen, but a lot of people haven't watched it yet, and that is the Venture Brothers are finally getting a freaking movie to tie up that series and wrap up all the loose ends because it did get canceled this year. But I don't think they canceled it because it was done. I think they canceled it because they knew a movie was coming.
They pulled a Futurama. That's what they did.
Yep.
Which Futurama? I
Right.
wish it was, but I'm glad they stopped it before it got stupid and repetitive. So.
Right. But I'm really looking forward to that Venture Brothers movie. A lot of stuff tie up with the Monarch and the Ventures and all that still going on. I can't wait to see that. And then the very last movie is another show that didn't get any closure either, and that is Metacalypse. If you guys have ever seen that show, there's a huge lore in that show. Like it goes to ancient times, to modern times, to why this band is possessed by demons, to where the demons come from, to who this organization is controlling them, all that. And we're finally going to get an answer in the Metaclips movie coming out to HBO Max. All three of these movies drop sometime this year. They haven't said when, but we're getting 3 exclusive Adult Swim movies to that platform, and I couldn't be more freaking excited. That is awesome. Awesome news.
That is pretty good. I have also been venturing into the unknown.
Yeah.
And I actually want to give a shout out to all my veteran buddies
All right.
and have a Vet TV, which is something I got into recently, and O'Malley, which is it's a badass dude, and he does a lot for vets. Like he has all these foundations and almost all the proceeds that they do for this show, which is it's dark and funny. Like I
Dark
love
humor, dark comedy.
it's very raunchy. Like he got pulled from Netflix, not Netflix. But he got pulled from Amazon for being too fucked up.
Okay,
But
I got you.
I love it because he made his own streaming service because they didn't accept his movie, and now he's got shows upon shows, and he's done what we wanted to do.
Right.
I think it's pretty impressive that the guy actually pulled it off and is doing all this good stuff. So I just wanted to do a shout out because if you haven't seen Bet TV, you need to watch it.
Check it out, guys. Vet TV. So now we got Invincible with Amazon Prime. Check out Vet TV, and then HBO Max whenever these Adult Swim movies come out. But until then, watch whatever you want. Uh, but
Bet
yeah,
TV.
Vet TV. Check that out. I haven't checked it out myself, but I will be looking into it after this stream, checking it out myself, and watching a few things. But Specialist over here giving an awesome recommendation, so definitely check that out, guys. Last thing on the agenda today. Well, we might have another topic sneak in there if we think of something. But Dragon Ball just came out last week, announced their official Dragon Ball website, which they've never had an official website, which it blew my mind for all these years. But this website is the official home of everything Dragon Ball. From Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT, Dragon Ball Super. It's all there, all the news that you need all in one spot finally. But they went ahead and Akira Toriyama made a post last week that Dragon Ball Super is coming back. But it will be a movie. Okay. So, and
Again,
he said that a character there will be another surprising character, which he said that with Broly. So that leads me to
yeah.
believe that this may be another returning movie character. Um, and
Could
I'm
be
leaning. Go ahead,
Lord Slug.
Lord Slick. That is one of the possibilities.
Like that or Broly again. Because everybody
The,
loves
the one I'm leaning into the heaviest is Cooler. Why Cooler? Because Dragon Ball Super right now has been obsessed with Frieza, which I'm good with. I love Frieza. Like he's probably my second favorite character in all of Dragon Ball after Goku, but that's
no,
just me.
don't get me wrong, but I still think it'd be King Cold.
King Cool?
If it's the Frieza arc, I think King Cold could come back because he didn't get the love he deserved because
Right.
he's the father of Frieza and Cooler.
Yeah.
So King Cold is a fucking gangster. Like, and you know he was a lot stronger and he just got jumped. That's pretty much what
Yeah.
happened. And, like
Well,
during the
also the difference with the thing is King Cold's a lot like Frieza, where he's just kind of proud and lazy. He wasn't as lazy as Frieza, but he has that laziness to him.
because Cooler wasn't lazy.
Yeah.
That put you down.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I think what they can do is take the lore we already know of Cooler that isn't canon from the movies and work it into Super to make him canon, where like Cooler was banished at a young age and he became like the version of Frieza that is unstoppable, like the one that trains 24/7. Could you imagine that?
Oh, he
Like if
did.
Frieza trained
That's
24/7.
how he hit his fifth form.
Yeah, but that was like 3 months. He trained for 3 months and hit God form. Imagine if he did that, like if his race did that their whole life out of rage, and then you get cooler. That
yeah,
would be awesome.
or King Cold.
Yeah. Just
I
like a
want
galactic prisoner or something. That would be awesome.
King Cold was a bitch. Like
Yeah.
he went out like a bitch, and you're
Well,
like, so much more from this. Like,
well, I never really thought King Cole could do much because he was afraid of King Frieza for King Vegeta for one. King Vegeta would slap King Cold around like he was nothing. King Vegeta was afraid of Frieza. King Vegeta wasn't afraid of King Cold. He was afraid of Frieza because that dude had no limits. Like he had no chain. You know what I mean? He would kill you just for laughing or something stupid. Yeah. So that's why he was afraid. He wasn't afraid of King Cole. King Cole was respectable. You could come to him and you could make contracts. You could make deals. You could have a conversation with him. Whereas Frieza was just like, nah, dead. Get out of here. So
that's I'd be, to be honest. Like, wouldn't be a cooler. There's no way. Or a King Cold. I'd be a Frieza. I wouldn't. There's no way because you know how many fucking people he takes care of. Like,
yeah,
don't bitch. Shut the fuck up. Get out of my face. Like,
that's true.
his
Well,
all cooler had was like 5 guys and a ship.
right.
Like,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Imagine that, dude. Imagine if he has like instead of having like a team like the Ginyu Force, imagine if it's just a band of like prisoners and he's like the top dog.
that'd be good.
That would be cool. That would be awesome. If they do that. I mean, I have no idea. I could be hyping myself up for nothing, but could be Brawly again for all we know.
And that'd be
So,
fine. I like Broly too.
yep,
Broly was a character, and they did really good with the first movie.
yeah.
Second was okay, and then Bio Broly just pissed me
No,
off.
terrible, terrible movie.
No, they fucked with him so bad. Like it wasn't even good. So I was. They need at least to redeem it for one more movie. Make the trilogy actually worth watching.
True that.
Because
What
I love Broly. I think out of all the villains, he was my favorite. Like out
Broly?
of like the first movie,
Well, and that's the thing is Broly's not really a villain. He's more of a victim than anything else.
circumstance, and he's just a monster. Like
Yeah, yeah.
he's like Charles Bronson from fucking the one movie, but whatever. Yeah,
But that's why I like. That's why I really like Broly's arc though, is because like he's the monster that was created out of neglect, not
yeah.
because that's what I like about him. Like they
He's
didn't
just
mean to make a monster, but because they treated him so badly, they made a monster.
yeah, and he became the legendary Super
Yeah.
Saiyan. Like it
And
wasn't,
he could have been their greatest weapon if
yeah, it wasn't Goku, it wasn't Vegeta. It
yep.
was like that dude was the legendary, and if he hit Super Saiyan 5,
Oh god.
there'd be
Ultra Instinct. Oh god.
you don't think there'd be no fucking stopping him. Like
But see,
I don't.
that's the good thing I like that they built into the lore of Super is that like someone like Broly could never achieve Ultra Instinct because his mind is so it's not at ease. Just like Vegeta. Vegeta can never achieve Ultra Instinct in the and they're in the manga because they've decided Vegeta's brain doesn't work like that. He can't shut his brain off and just function. He can't
Well,
go with the flow.
but here's the thing, though. I think Broly could because there's nothing going through his head. The only
Yeah,
thing he
besides rage.
track, one track. That's not even rage. I don't think it's just one track mind kill. That's
Yeah.
it. Like, all he needs to do is kill. So that's all he does. So
Well,
I
that's
think
why I think Broly would be better getting the God of Destruction powers, kind of the path that Vegeta's on, where
yeah,
anger and rage gives you power, whereas
that
Goku's going on the path of the angels.
that could be the movie. Like they literally bring Broly like to another universe, and like Vegeta has to fight him,
Yeah.
and Vegeta would lose by himself.
Oh, dude,
Even,
Vegeta be sick.
even if he's like a legendary, like Vegeta would get his ass handed.
Even then, I would love to see a movie of Goku actually training Broly as a pupil. That would be awesome because they already set that up in the first movie, and
Yeah,
I
they
would
did.
love to see Goku training Broly to get his mind under control a little bit.
Yeah, but that wasn't the Broly that I knew.
People
Like,
like, yeah, yeah.
yeah, Broly was a fucking monster.
But he
Like
can
he
still have those moments. They can still keep those moments around where he can
like
lose it.
have like
And
PSD snap and just
Yeah.
fucking legendary Super Saiyan again and like rip.
He'd be like the Hulk of the Dragon Ball universe. Like
what he was. Like the
yeah.
dude was like I would have shit my pants if that dude came fast too. Like big people aren't that fast. That dude is quick. Like
Yeah.
I would have shit. Like there's no stopping him. Like just nope.
Well, yeah, dude was only a Super Saiyan, and they were Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan, and they still couldn't
Yeah, that was it.
hold
Like
him down.
genetics. Like he's just a fucking.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like no, I'm good. Like I'm gonna fly off the fuck this planet right now. Like.
Well, and that ties back into why I think Cooler could work too, because you could still bring Brawley back, and if Cooler is this beast that's been training in the darkness
Broly,
of space,
yeah, he might save the day, and
they might need Brawley. Yeah.
yeah, like he could come out of nowhere and be like, "Whoa!"
Oh, well, what I want to see is a scene between Frieza and Cooler, where Frieza's acting all cocky and goes gold form, and then Cooler just beats like to the brink of death, like without even
What
transforming.
is Frieza versus Broly? That
Yeah,
was one thing ever I wanted to see for so long because like he was what Frieza feared the whole time.
yeah, they had history. Yeah.
That and he would have fucking wiped his entire army out by
Oh
himself.
yeah, for sure.
Planet Vegeta, like when he went to wipe it out,
Nothing, dude.
been a done deal. Like instantly, like he would have just gotten fucked up. Like it would have been
Speak.
a good fight at first, but it would have been over quick.
You know what little thing I'm missing from Dragon Ball Super that they need to bring back? Can we please get Disturbed to come back and do a few songs? Just
Yeah.
just a few.
Drowning Pool was good too. Like the let the body sit on the floor. That was the Broly one too. Like when he
Yeah.
just fucking snapped and like started ripping people's necks out.
Like and that's weird because I never expected to enjoy that movie in a Dragon Ball Z movie, but I was like, no, dude, this works. Like we need more of this coming back. Bring it back.
And the funny thing was like it was an American band with a Japanese name. Like it was just like okay, you know they liked it too. It did fit. I mean, it did fit. You
Yeah.
didn't even know what the fuck they were saying, and it was good.
Yeah, it was just a good beat, rock and roll mixed with Dragon Ball Z action going on at the same time.
I can't watch those movies anymore. Like I legit can't sit through like the originals.
I
I've
can't
tried.
either. You
I've
know what?
tried.
There's only 3 I can watch now. Battle of the Gods, Revenge of F, and Broly. Those are the only 3 new ones.
Broly was the only one. I tried watching. What was it? King Slug or what was
Lord
it?
Slug.
Lord Slug. I couldn't sit through that one. I watched Cooler. I did sit through Cooler. It was pretty good.
Yeah, the originals.
The Broly's, but I didn't mind the new movie that came out, like that was in theaters. That was pretty good, but it was just kind of like,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah, I'm gonna turn it
Future
on.
Reborn's still kind of good.
Yeah.
I think I prefer actually the original 3 movies. Lord Slug, not Lord Slug, Dead Zone, World's Strongest, which I don't even like that one that much, but Dead Zone I really like.
Dead Zone was good.
And I like the tournament one. I forgot the name of the tournament one.
Goku's brother, Dead Zone.
Uh, no, it's Dead Zone was Garlic Jr. with Gohan as a baby.
Oh yeah, yeah,
And
yeah. What was the
the
one
very
with
first
son? Not Goku's son, but Goku's brother.
that was the third one. That was Triamite.
Triamite. That was pretty good.
Yeah, World's Strongest was the tournament one. I really like that one too.
Triamite was pretty good. Yeah, I was. I mean, I just can't watch the shows.
Yeah.
I can't do it. Like I tried watching like the Frieza saga again, and it was so boring.
Yeah, it puts me to sleep every time because I already know everything that's gonna happen.
Not only that, like it's so fucking prolonged. Like
Yeah.
all of it. It's like 5 episodes for like 3 punches, and you're like,
Yeah.
fucking Christ, come
A
on
lot of
now.
standing there, camera change, camera change, camera change, and they're just standing there.
Fucking shit. Like
Yeah. Or just standing there, or just not saying a word. They're just floating there looking at each other.
yeah, you're like, I wish I could fly like a bitch.
Yeah, I feel you though.
Yeah, I
All
can't.
right, guys. I think that's going to be the end of our topics this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this podcast. We talked about a whole bunch of stuff. It's a lot of little mixed bag of goodies in this one. So you have to sit through to the end if you want to catch all of our thoughts on everything, especially if you're a Dragon Ball Z fan. Um, but yeah, awesome week. We'll be back next week with some brand new topics. Maybe next week, maybe the week after. We're not too sure on that one. But we will be back. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share. I've been your host, Ghost, joined with.
Specialist. Have a good night, guys.
You guys have a good night. Adios.